The Air Force's famed F-22 Raptor, a fifth-generation high-speed, stealth air supremacy jet, is often cited as the most dominant air superiority platform in existence. Although there are about 169 F-22s currently, the initial plans were for a much larger fleet. After lengthy discussions, the DoD and congressional decision-makers decided to delay restarting F-22 production. This is probably due in large part to the fact that early conceptual work has begun on what is now the Next Generation Air Dominance, NGAD. The F-22's successful performance, reinforced by years of technological improvements, inspired discussions by the Pentagon and Congress about restarting production lines, given that the original fleet plan was cut massively after the end of World War II. This notion, which can be explained in the prevailing consensus form, is why the service has for years been modernizing and upgrading fighter aircraft with the goal of flying jets into the year 2060. What eventually emerged from the Air Force was a state-of-the-art air platform unlike anything the world had ever seen. Highly lethal and sophisticated, the F-22 is exactly what one would expect from a joint venture between defense industry giants Boeing and Lockheed Martin. It had a supercruising speed of Mach 1.8 without afterburner, a maximum speed of Mach 2, a combat radius of 600 nautical miles, and an endurance of 8 hours. Additionally, the F-22 is highly stealthy, thanks in part to its diverse arsenal in 3 internal bays. Because externally mounted weapons contribute to radar reflection, the internal bay means the F-22 does not sacrifice its stealth ability to carry heavy payloads. And its advanced electronic warfare systems and integrated avionics allow pilots to precisely aim their air-to-air missiles, air-to-ground missiles, and bombs. Perhaps the most remarkable feature of the F-22 is its thrust vectoring system, which makes it extremely agile in aerial combat. The nozzles on its twin engines can shift the thrust of a 70,000-pound aircraft in different directions as it moves to perform almost physics-defying maneuvers. With all that great technology, what the F-22 lacks is the enemy. Of course, the Pentagon's emerging sixth-generation aircraft, which is now flying years ahead of schedule but invisible to the public, is likely meant to be superior to the F-22 in many ways, but it is not. Means the Air Force plans to do so. Retire the aircraft in the near future. The reasons are obvious. It seems unlikely, in the judgment of most experts, that the F-22 can truly be rivaled by any other aircraft in the world in terms of speed, maneuverability, and overall air-to-air superiority. As part of this, the Air Force and Lockheed Martin have in recent years undertaken an extensive series of high-tech upgrades to the Raptor that enhance its firepower, speed, targeting, range, radar, and stealth properties. For example, in the past 5 years, Lockheed Martin has worked with the Air Force on a fleet software upgrade called 3.2B that massively enhances the jet's computation, sensing, and weapons guidance technology. The Raptor remains one of the most advanced aerial platforms on the planet. Everyone from generals to journalists and every politician in between likes to compare the F-22 to the best fighter flown by Russia or China. The problem was that the jet was too far out of time. The Iron Curtain fell before the F-22 entered service, meaning that the Soviet MiG and Sukhoi fighters it was designed to fight no longer posed a significant enough threat to justify its existence. And now that the prospect of large-scale conventional warfare is resurfacing, the F-22's integrated avionics are too old to be compatible with the Air Force's modern networked communications and data-sharing systems and require modernization. In particular, the upgrades now integrated greatly increase the range, course guidance technology and precision of the AIM-9X and AIM-120D air-to-air weapons. The Lockheed Air Force weapons upgrade has integrated the Block 2 AIM-9X variant with a newly redesigned fuse and digital ignition safety device. This not only improves ground handling but also upgrades the electronics to include a lock-on after launch capability using the new data link to ensure long-range targeting, Raytheon Data explains. The AIM-9X uses an imaging infrared focal plane array to give it off-boresight targeting capabilities. Utilizing the Joint Helmet-Mounted Cueing System, or a new generation of pilot aiming, A pilot can control the AIM-9X missile by simply looking at the target. Upgrade 3.2B also improves the AIM-120D, the Advanced Medium-Range Air-to-Air Missile, AMRAAM, designed for all-weather day and night attacks. It is a fire-and-forget missile with active transmission radar guidance, Raytheon data says. The AIM-120D builds on improvements over previous AMRAAM missiles by increasing attack range, GPS navigation, inertial measurement unit and two-way data link, explained Raytheon's statement.